Just in case. Heyo, we are live. What's up, everybody? What's up, Mr. Octeel?
What's up?
That's right. We are live with special guest Matt, aka Octeel. How do you pronounce your last name? Macri. So, flew all the way down from Pennsylvania to hang out with us here in Miami. Super stoked. We're gonna talk all about that. We got Kickstarter updates. Gabby's here.
I am here.
Yep, Gabby's here, and she's holding it down. Make sure we don't fuck this up. But happy to say, see everybody. Let's say what's up to the homies in the chat. We have Mr. Jason Winters, Chris Hewitt, James Winnett, Jared Wyrick. We have JD of the Dead, Nick Side. So many of you hanging out with us. Thank you for doing that.
Welcome.
Welcome. Everybody on Instagram, you're in the wrong place. So if you're here, if you pop in at any point, click that link and join us over on the stream. So right off the bat, we should talk about what has been going down because
it's been a lot.
Yeah. Matt flew down. Do you mind that I call you Matt, by the way?
No.
Okay. Matt flew down.
I mean, the only other option is
Right, there's not a lot.
Octeel,
And
which is like a little strange.
I went to pick him up at the airport, and as I was pulling up into the arrival section of the airport, I see a guy right in the middle of the curb holding up this awesome thing.
I didn't know that was
Yes.
how you flagged him down.
He
That's
flagged
amazing.
me down with this amazing paper puppet of Takaro, which
That's
is
so good.
like, by the way, 9 points of articulation.
9 points.
9 points. My figure has 10 theoretical points of articulation. It hasn't fully articulated yet. It's a prototype.
Matt couldn't get there. He was like,
No,
I'm
he
in a
has-
rush.
well,
I
technically,
didn't want to make him look bad.
exactly.
Wait, which point of articulation is he missing?
The waist.
The waist.
Oh.
So he's gonna do it again before he
Yeah,
leaves.
the waist might be a little strange.
No.
No, you're gonna do it for
No,
real?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
So this is amazing. First ever Takaro paper puppet. I'm
He's
gonna
so
put it
good.
on.
He's going up on the wall and he's staying there forever.
I'll put it right here. Hang on.
He looks great back there. Make sure he doesn't fall, please.
He's gonna shine bright.
He. Oh wow.
He's gonna shine bright like a diamond from
dare
back
you.
there. So super awesome stuff. So we're gonna talk to Matt and talk all about the tattooing life that he leads and the amazing Kaiju tattoos that he's known for now.
Yep.
We're gonna do Kickstarter updates, stretch goal unlock updates, and it's gonna be a fun one. So right off the bat, Matt, how's it been tattooing here in Miami? How different is it?
The palm trees are amazing.
They're real?
The food is amazing.
Yeah.
Other than that, tattooing is the same. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
How's the skin?
Yeah, the skin is great down here. You know, it's, like,
It's very humid here.
Yeah, the humidity, extra moisture. You know, it works out.
That's
It's
awesome.
It's good.
Yeah. So you've done what, 3 tattoos since you've been here?
3 tattoos.
One of them's been on me.
One has been on you.
Okay, let's do this. My love, go to the
Yes.
browser cam and pull up Matt's Instagram because this
You
is
got
big.
it.
This is big news.
Okay. Hold on.
So
Here it is.
if you're not following Matt at Octeel, is it at Octeel Tattoo?
Yeah.
On
Octeel
Instagram,
Tattoo.
please.
I'll scroll up real
Yeah,
quick.
please do a second screen experience real quick. Go to Octeel Tattoo and click follow because he's one of us. He's a friend of ours, as they say.
He is a
Right?
friend of ours.
A friend of ours, like in the grand sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a friend of ours. So if you're going to get a Kaiju tattoo, don't go to anybody else. You fly to Pittsburgh, you get the best Kaiju tattoo out
Yes.
there, and you go home, and then that's it. And you shut the fuck up, and you repost it. No, I'm kidding. You
Wow.
repost it.
My goodness.
Sometimes I like saying shit like that to get Gabby to go, oh.
Wow.
Totally works. Totally works.
Okay, so this is what happened. The first tattoo I wanted to get from him was obviously a Godzilla tattoo. I wanted that. And we were talking about it, and he had posted this Masters of the Universe flash sheet, which you can pull up. I think you have it.
Yeah, I gotta scroll down.
Scroll
a
down to
little
this.
bit, but
Yeah,
it's here.
yeah.
It's here.
There it
There
is.
it is. Uh-huh.
And I had seen this a few times. I'm like, God damn, it's so good because not only is it like, you know, it's Masters, it's He-Man. I already love it, but it's really like adapted well, and it just looks like good American traditional tattoo flash. And so when he showed that, I'm like, oof, I gotta get one of these. And he told me, dude, I've been wanting to do that Beastman, right? Can you talk about like adapting these characters for tattoo? Like,
Yeah. I mean, personally, when I approach trying to adapt something to a tattooing American traditional style, I'm trying to pull as many references as I can. So for this instance, I was pulling references of the toy, illustration work, artwork, and then I try to pull all the characteristics of that individual, you know, like the beast man, the horns, the orange in his face, his medallion on his chest. And I try to work up a composition that would fit well on a forearm or a leg. I'm always designing with a shape in mind. So that way, especially with Flash, so that way there's multiple places on the body it could go. I'm not limiting myself, you know, in my design. I want somebody to want to get it tattooed, you know? Yeah. And so those are all the basic elements that I take into, you know, designing a tattoo. And then at the end, I try not to look at the reference at all. I try to look at it as its own individual thing. Does this stand out? Can somebody look at this, not see the reference and say, hey, yeah, that's Beastman, you know?
Yeah.
It's very important, you know?
Yeah, I think for sure you got that down. You know, I think with Beastman, the important elements are the colors, obviously, that big, like, dopey face, like, and it's also kind of tough at the same time, like that hulking vibe. And I love that you had the collar up over his head because that really makes him look his set lower there, his head set lower. So I looked at this. He told me he's been wanting to do this. I said, fuck it, dude, let's do it. And we did it. So if you go to his Instagram right now and you go to the first post up there, right? Yep. Or the most recent post, I should say. The most
recent one.
That is my leg, and that's the line work right there. Explain that process real quick. Like, I know we'll just leave it on loop for a second.
Yeah.
Well, the process, for me, the process is putting a stencil on your body, right? I'm positioning the tattoo where I want it. That's what I'm going to use to do my line work, my groundwork for the tattoo, you know, and then I take it step by step from there. I do the outline of the tattoo. I work on the shading, the blacks of the tattoo, and then I do the color last. And I usually do colors like, you know, your darker colors to your lighter colors. I want to keep my tattoo looking clean, as bright as possible. Don't want to muddy the skin. Don't want to muddy the colors. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man. And I think the best thing about this is even if you don't know Beastman, like we were in a tattoo shop and some of the people who worked there are a little younger, so they didn't grow up with He-Man. Right. And they just liked it as Flash. Like they just thought like it was a cool, you know, monster design or like almost like a demon head. It looks like if you don't know Beastman. So that's another great element of it. It just looks like good tattooer. I'm so stoked on it, and it just fits real well. And one of the perks about getting an Octeel tattoo is didn't hurt that much. I have to say, as somebody who's gotten a few, because nobody wants to talk about that, but as somebody who's gotten quite a few tattoos, there's a range of pain that you can feel. Correct. And I have to say, like, it looks so bold and bright and really in the skin. And usually to get that look, I've had to have people grind into my skin. Not this one. This one it was really nice. Not that bad. A couple spots, you know, what can you do? It's the body. It has different nerve points. But overall, super enjoyable. But you don't have to even want a tattoo to be a fan of Matt and his artwork. If you, like Gabby's scrolling down so you can see, there's something about, if you guys are a fan of my work, right? If you're a fan of the way I design Godzilla and Takaro and all these different monsters, etc., he and I think, you know, a good tattoo artist and a good artist try to make it so that you could pick our artwork out of a lineup, right? And so I love that when I look at his work, I recognize the reference, but I also feel like it's his take on it. And so you could just be a fan of artwork and be a fan of his. So make sure you're following him. And we can't talk too much about certain things, but I know he's working on some exciting projects outside of the tattoo world at the moment. Right. Okay. So here's the thing, and this is what we're going to do tonight. And Matt, you tell me if you're okay with this, right? Because, you know, it's up to you. I would like to get tattooed tomorrow again, right? Yeah, that's right. It's not even my record, by the way.
Yeah, I'm getting tattooed tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do back to back. We can hold hands.
You're not allowed to take my spot.
We'll hold hands, and he'll do a few lines on you, a few lines on me.
That would be awful.
That'd be awful. No. Gabby's getting tattooed tomorrow. I'm getting tattooed tomorrow, right? Right? We're gonna wear this boy out. But no,
make him work for that room and board we're giving him.
No. But The thing I was trying to say is like I'm gonna get tattooed tomorrow, and I'm gonna we've talked about a design. You guys are gonna love it when we show it to you now.
Yes.
I want Matt to show you the process that he goes through once like he and me, the client, agree to what and potentially where. So we're gonna turn on art cam
Yes.
in a second, and then we're gonna show a little bit of that, and then he's gonna start working on the actual mock-up while we talk Kickstarter and stuff like that. And then towards the end of the show,
Yeah, we could keep flipping back.
yeah, we'll keep
to
flipping
show
back
you-
and talking all that
yeah,
kind of
but-
stuff. But before we do that, let's go to ArtCam real quick and show them how we're going to start.
Okay, cool.
All right.
There we
Now,
go.
right off the bat, before we talk about this, Matt,
Uh-huh.
you've been tattooing how long?
About 15 years full time.
Okay, and in that range, 15 years, there's been a shift in the technology available. Am I right?
Yeah, I
Like
think
this.
yes. So the iPad didn't exist.
Right.
I used to draw everything. And,
Yeah.
In as far as tattooing machines, I mean, they've stayed relatively unchanged. But I think techniques and how people approach tattooing has shifted significantly, in the last 15 years.
So what's great now is that an artist can work up a good mock-up of what it's going to really look like much closer because of the iPad using Procreate. And as a client, if I don't like, I have an ability to understand visuals and stuff, but if you're not somebody who's visually minded, this really helps. And especially getting tattooed can be it can be an anxious thing for some people. Like they're nervous. Should I get it? Where do I get it? What's it going to look like? All those things, right? And so having something like this, I would imagine, can help calm that process a little bit, get them a better idea of what things are going to look like.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
And a lot of clients come to me for very specific things. They don't always see the design before the day of their appointment, but there are times where, my design, there may be a need for me to send it to them, or for them to send me more elements of their design, and having this, being able to do it instantaneously, being able to do it over the internet is all improved my ability to communicate with my clients.
Awesome.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. He has a picture on his iPad of, by the way, you can keep it plugged in. Would you use this one or do you use this one? Here. I'll set this up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hold on. Let me do this real quick.
Live.
Do it live.
Everything's live.
Matthew, what's like the biggest new thing in tattooing that you're like stoked on? Like new equipment or new technique or new pigment or new, like what's the newest thing in the last 5 years that you're like, thank God this thing got invented?
Honestly, for me, it's
You're good.
has nothing to do with the stuff that's available. It's how I use it.
Oh.
So
So it's a new technique.
yeah, my biggest shifts in tattooing have been trying to, think outside the box with, how I'm implementing ink into the skin. Like really paying attention to what I'm doing, paying attention to my clients when they come back, seeing stuff healed. I always want to know every part of the process of the healing. Like, are you uncomfortable after I tattoo you? Are you uncomfortable a day later?
Right.
And I really I've tried to take that all into consideration, in especially the last several years of my tattooing, the upper end of my tattooing. And like Peter's saying that my tattoo didn't hurt that bad.
Yeah, he said that to me this morning. He was like, usually the day after my skin is like throbbing, it's in so much
You're
pain.
sore, it's
And
throbbing,
I'm
it's
used to that too,
swollen.
personally. Like I've gotten tattoos where I walk away the next day and I'm like, did I get shot? Like what did this person do
Yeah.
to me?
Yeah, and I think personally it's been part of my agenda to try to do the best tattoo I can possible, doing the least amount of damage to the skin. I think in tattooing, a lot of people have theories about that, but I want to know what I'm doing is really effective, is really working towards my goal. And,
Yeah. And have you seen that approach has like improved your overall?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I think so too. I think it's important to take into consideration your clients' comfort levels too.
Couple comments already. Janky
I
Joe says Matt got those feather hands. John Ballou says it got those Japanese line vibes in it too. He's talking about the Beast Man. Your color is unmatched, homie. Says dreadlocks OXO. Alex Nowak. Hey, P and Octeel. What's up, dude? DangerBot. Interesting comment.
Yes.
DangerBot says, hey, get tap blasted live on air. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm going to get tattooed tomorrow, regardless.
Yes.
Sunday.
Sunday.
And I'm going to talk all week, the rest of the week about this. We are going to do a live Instagram stream on live from Great Oak Tattoo, who we have to shout out a million times.
Oh
Great
my God, yeah.
Oak Tattoo here in Miami.
Can't
owned by
say anything better about them. Honestly, they're amazing.
Owned by our great friend Puka.
Who you've seen on the stream.
Yes, and you can bring up their Instagram too at some point. And but yeah, they are hosting Matt to do his guest spots there. He's tattooing out of there, tattooing me there, tattooing Gabby there. And on Sunday, they're going to open after hours for us to stream a tattoo live on air if we hit a certain goal in the Kickstarter, which we will talk about this week. But just so you know, Mr. Robert Bot, Danger Rob, that is the goal, my friend. So yes, we will potentially we definitely will be going live. Whether the tattoo happens or not is up to you guys. All right, so let's do this. Matt has got his iPad up. He's got a picture of my beautiful fucking leg. Lest anybody think that was Gabby's leg. That's my leg.
Wow.
No. That's my leg.
Why would anyone think that's my leg,
I don't
Peter?
think they would. I'm saying it's my leg because mine's so beautiful. You would think potentially.
I think you have very, very good looking legs.
They're defined.
I mean, I'm a biased opinion.
They're not over the top strong. They're
No,
just
you don't have
right
chicken legs,
no
which is a
chicken,
problem.
Right? A lot of meat on them bones.
You definitely don't skip leg day.
Do not. I mean, I don't know about that. It looks a little
I know
weak.
you don't skip leg day.
So,
it's like the only day that you do.
So, okay. So what we're going to do is Matt's going to show us a little bit of the process. Like, so normally you start with a picture like this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you always, because like I told you where I told you what I wanted. I didn't even tell you where.
No.
So what do you do in that?
I don't always. Often I'll draw. If somebody gives me a general idea, then I'll just draw. But typically, I ask somebody, "Am I working around tattoos or not?" Yeah. If I'm working around tattoos, then I always want a picture. I always want to make sure that whatever I'm drawing is going to fit the spot perfect for sure. But if I have a nice open leg, like this picture here, this image here, then I try to design with a tattoo with the idea that he's going to get other tattoos later on. So I'm not trying to put something right smack in the middle, and then he has left with all these little teeny tiny spots. I try to fill up all the major spots first for a person. I think in that way it leaves them a lot of room to. So many people collect tattoos. It's so important for people to have good spots and open space. So
Pete and I are definitely the tattoo collectors, sort of, so to speak.
But this in this case, he had a piece of flash that I really wanted, so it kind of streamlined a little bit. So pull up the picture on the while he's getting his iPad ready. B, you pull up the image on the browser that the Godzilla image I showed you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So okay. This is the hardcore kaiju fans out there will know this image. This is the storyboard for the first Godzilla movie. So before they made the original film in 1954, they designed, Godzilla in this artwork, right? And he had a very different look in these.
I mean, look
images.
at that second panel. That's crazy.
Yes. So a very different look here than what actually ended up happening. But over time, this design became very popular in artwork and Sofubi. Like there's a really desirable piece of Godzilla toy collectabilia that is hard to get that features this design. So he drew up a piece of flash based on this, and I'm like, oof, I really want that. And so we've been talking about it. So he has that image. We can go back to ArtCam. Sure. And there it is. So he's got it drawn up. And so what I asked him to do was to kind of like mock it up to see how it would look on the leg, like how it would fit. You see how you can reposition it, move it around. You can see how you...
push your iPad up a little.
Yeah, push it. Yeah.
There, right there.
Like if we were going to go towards the ankle, it'd be a little bit smaller. But if we have that big fat calf meat, we can make it big and nice and big. Which I think that's the move right there.
I like the idea of it on your calf.
Yeah, me too.
That's a meaty
Look at
boy
that. That's
right
a
there.
meat boy.
That's a meatball boy.
That's a meatball face boy. And that's my right leg, inside calf. And there's there's a tattoo on the other side of the leg, but there's like a whole blank canvas here. So what I had asked, he had done some different color mock-ups that are like Safubi color vibes and one that's like a green colored vibe. And I told him I want to get some good blacks in there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk Kickstarter and stuff. And while we're doing that, he's going to mess around with some potential shading and color mock-ups. And then we will check back in with him. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
he gets it.
Perfect.
Dude.
He gets it.
By the way, we need to do something very important before we're doing it.
Okay, go ahead.
We need to shout out 2 very important women in the audience.
Oh.
Am I right? All right, let's go.
Hold on. This
Let's
is
give-
an important
yes.
moment. Let me get away from the Kickstarter for a second
Yeah.
so we can really focus in this moment.
Yes. Big shout out to Mr. Matt Octeel's daughters.
Ah.
Want to say hello to?
Yeah. Hi Freya and hi Fauna.
Ah, hi. Wait.
Yay.
Yay.
Love you guys. Miss you guys.
We
Hope
promise-
you're enjoying the show.
We're taking care of your dad, we promise.
Yeah.
You have the coolest dad, you guys. You already know that.
You
but,
really do.
Man, we imagine growing up with a dad who does what Matt does. Nothing's cooler than that. So every day you get to see him drawing and designing and working on cool stuff and helping you guys make your own boglins. Did you know
Oh
that?
my god, that was crazy.
Yeah, making your own boglins and watching him make a giant Hedora mask out of foam. Like that's like fun 24/7. So love that you guys are watching, but also lucky you guys for having a cool dad like Matt. So big round of applause for him.
Yay.
And you guys.
There you go. There's the applause.
Yes. All right, so
All
we're
right.
going to put him to work.
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to talk Kickstarter. We'll check in with you at any point, Matt. Be ready at any point. Do not write any curse words on the screen. Do not draw any profanity. Or at any point, it could be live again. Okay, good. All right. Let's talk Kickstarter, you guys, because there's so much going on. Mike Hernandez says, major love to Matt for the Doro Hedoro Flash appreciation. Yes, Mike loves that. We got to watch that show. Nick Sides says, such a sick design. I love the storyboard. This guy knows. He's one of the biggest Kaiju fans
Why
I know.
isn't Michael getting tattooed? How dare he?
There was something that happened, Mr.
What
Hungry
happened?
Yokai. What happened?
I don't know.
Out of town? No, he has probably doing
No,
the
he's
pop-up.
here.
He's doing a pop-up
So?
for cooking. We're going to see him on
How
Saturday
dare
night.
he? We should go to his house and
And
threaten
tattoo him against his will.
Yeah.
We'll
Just hold him down.
Tattoo a teardrop on his face.
Oh, his
right.
wife would love that.
My anxiety. All right. Cannot praise Octeel's work enough. I have a Hedora piece on my arm and need to get back for another, says Alex
Nice.
Nowak. Hell yeah. Looks like Meatwad and Godzilla had a baby, and I'm loving
I'm
it,
into
says
that
Wasted
too.
Rachel. Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
into
it.
that.
All right. So, guys, the Kickstarter, holy shit, this thing is going strong. It feels like it has a life of its own at this point.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. And so what's going on is that I think as of last week, for sure, like when we did the stream last week and Gabby graced us with her beautiful vocals. If you didn't watch last week's episode,
Please don't go back and watch
you
it.
don't even have to watch the whole thing. Just fast
ignore
forward
it.
to the last 10 minutes.
Don't do that.
And you can see a great ending and see how Gabby's magnificent voice coasted us and brought in an extra $2,000. Amazing stuff. But so what happened is, I mean, she sang like an angel, the voice of an angel. You want to give us a little reprise?
No.
Okay.
And thankfully, I was paid very handsomely for that.
Yeah, paid.
Thank you.
Anyway, so this is what happens. So since then, at that point, I should say, we had not had a single ad,
No.
no Facebook ads, no
Nothing.
Instagram
It was
ads,
all
nothing.
organic.
Dude, all
like,
you guys backing the
just-
Kickstarter, supporting us, you
Very
know,
impressive.
backing getting the book, getting the figure secured, the screen print. And if you're not aware of what we're talking about, here we are at Kickstarter, Takaro: The Last Dorok. That's the name of the book that I am working on, featuring all my linoleum block print art, a story co-written by myself and Jared Rosello, one of my oldest friends, essentially telling the tale of the last of its kind giant kaiju monster called a Dorok. The species is called a Dorok. It's this octopus kaiju alien thing that gets shuttled off his alien home planet to Earth to be taken care of by a human family and all the chaos that ensues. You're going to get to see his home planet, all the wildlife, alien creatures and plants and cultures. You're going to see what happens here on Earth when he arrives as a baby and grows. It's the first chapter in Takero's story, but it's going to be a fun one and celebrate all the kaiju artwork we've been designing together for the last 2.5 years on the stream. Stuff you've never seen before, detailed analytical looks at the biology of the alien life. I'm so excited. It's my dream project, and it's happening. And I couldn't be more excited for the fact that there's a figure already of Takero that's baked into this Kickstarter, and he is the prototype's right here. For those of you who are new and don't usually check us out, can you throw him? There you go. Yeah, check it. He is amazing. He's a big, beefy boy. If you got my Godzilla figure, this guy towers over Godzilla, but it's made by the same kick-ass team who produced that Godzilla figure. And in this colorway, this black and white colorway is exclusive to the Kickstarter. Don't miss out on it, especially you kaiju figure collectors out there. Get the first ever Takero. Imagine if you could get the first ever Godzilla figure. I'm not saying Takero's gonna be as big as Godzilla, but you don't know that he's not.
That's true.
And why would you
never
pass up
know.
on the opportunity?
Yeah.
You can put your kids and their grandkids and their
Never
grandkids
know, dude.
through every degree program. Every single one. They could be doctor lawyers.
Doctor lawyers.
Yeah, it's like a mashup of both.
That kind of sounds like a nightmare, but okay.
Go to secretly go to Arkham quick. Don't tell him. Look, see, there's shading already happening. Look how cool that already looks.
I know, it does really look cool.
Dude,
I do love like just black and gray tattoos.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And like I wouldn't be upset at one.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it like especially works for the storyboard. So can you, Matt? Quick questions here. Okay, real quick. You can keep working, but just so, unless your brain prefers to do one thing at a time. The way you're two things. I noticed, number one, that the brush that you're using in Procreate to do the shading has a certain texture to it. Can you talk about why?
Yeah, I try to emulate. I try to use brushes in Procreate to emulate the needles or how I tattoo. So often when I'm producing a flash or doing something, in this part, a lot of people think I'm just working on a design, but my brain's I'm already thinking about how am I going to execute this design? How am I going to tattoo this design? So I try to use brushes that would emulate maybe a hand stroke or a needle stroke in my tattooing. This specific brush is a stippling brush, so it's a lot of little dots, a lot of tiny dots. And if you go back and look at any of my tattoos online, you'll see a lot of that. I do a lot of single needle shading in my tattoos. So you'll see, if you zoom in, you'll see a lot of dots and a lot of gradation that way. And I try to emulate that in my flash and designs also.
I love seeing it happen. I'm unabashedly, and Gabby too, we're unabashedly like fangirls of what we love. And it's just my favorite thing that we've done in a long time is bring Matt down to like watch what he does, see the process. And we talked about this, like, what I do, I know a lot of people like it, but I sometimes forget that it's, for me, sometimes it feels like it's what I do. And I forget that it's not, that it's novel to a lot of people. And so Matt, talked about the same thing. Like, this is what he does. So I watch him and go, damn. And I know he was like checking out some of the stuff in the studio I was doing. He's like, oh, that's cool. So it's fun to see someone whose work you admire in the process. And it's awesome to have another tattoo friend who's like a really cool person that you could like talk to and have him explain. Because tattooing is an art form that, is beloved and it's popular, but it's not easy always to get all the information you want to get out of a tattoo artist because, number one, you don't even know what to ask sometimes. You don't even know how to approach those things. And number two, you don't always feel like it's something that you should ask because you don't want to feel like you're ignorant or unaware. So I love Matt for that reason too. He makes it very approachable. And I've learned a lot just talking to him for a few hours these past few days. So this has been exciting. So, okay, let's go back to Kickstarter, and then we'll check in with Matt in a second. Okay. I feel like we're doing a real show where you do like a multicam experience.
I know.
Doesn't it feel cool?
Yeah. It's a real show.
Yeah. I know we wanted to do a good show because of the little ladies watching, so
That's
we're
true.
stepping it up. Forget about it.
We are. We're bringing our A game.
Forget about it. Okay, yeah. So, yes, Jolly Ginger Giants is Locters. That's exactly what I was talking about. Taco is the Godzilla of the new millennium. John Baloo. From your lips to God's ears, okay? So the Kickstarter, if you didn't know, was funded in under 30 seconds, truly. Yes. And we were trying to hit 10,000, and we hit like 80,000 in the first 24 hours. Is nuts. We've since crossed the $113,000 mark, We're sitting at $113,000, $113,436. That's what it is. And 458 people have backed the Kickstarter. We have 6 days left. So we're rounding the curve here to the end slowly but surely. And we've accomplished a lot along the way. So Gabby's going to scroll down. Yeah. If you go to the Kickstarter homepage, which you can find at theattackpeter.com, you'll see the site just like this. You'll see the book. You'll see the figure. You'll see the available tiers on the right that she's scrolling through. And as you continue to scroll down on the left side, you'll see mock-ups of the book on the inside, like the spreads, how the book's going to look. Super exciting. Can't wait for you guys to get this. And keep going down a little, my love. I want to show them something else there. You got some quotes from some very popular people, some very flattering stuff. There's a video that shows a figure. But also, you learn about me a little bit. You learn about Jared. Stretch goals. This is what I want to talk about. Gotcha. Stretch goals. Okay. So we have unlocked 2 sets of stretch goals already. And we're going to scroll back all the way down to the first one to like talk about it. So the first thing we did with our stretch goals was we said, if we can hit these goals, these specific goals that you see on the stream, we will unlock something for everyone. Okay. And it wasn't just like a financial goals. We did have some financial goals in there, right? We wanted to...
Sure, always.
Yeah, we wanted to raise X amount of dollars. So the first stretch goals that we had were we wanted to hit 200 backers. Mm-hmm. We did. We wanted to hit $100,000. By the way, we've done that.
We've done both of those things.
We wanted 50 people to share the link, theattackpeter.com on Instagram with the hashtag TalkGirlLives. They did it. Mm-hmm. We wanted 20 people or more, obviously, to share any framed Attack Peter print to any of their social media channels using the hashtag TalkGirlLives. They did it. And at least 3 people to post any image of Attack Peter tattoos with the hashtag TalkGirlLives. If you go on Instagram, by the way, and type in hashtag Attack Peter tattoo, you'll see a bunch of them. So we wanted. I wonder
if I could do that.
You can do it.
I wonder if I could bring up that hashtag. Hold on, I'm gonna flip to our cam really quick. Get ready, Matt.
Yeah, so
let me see if I can
you want to
find
try it?
that
Yeah,
hashtag because
I mean it is a tattoo show, so this is a perfect time. Attack Peter tattoo. No, Attack Peter tattoo.
No, it's TalkGirlLives.
Oh, you want to see that? Yeah, there's tons of stuff on that.
I'll find them. Man, there's already 202 posts on that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Right, let's find some tattoos.
Fan art.
Here.
No. If you want to see the tattoos, do Attack Peter tattoo.
Okay.
You'll see them faster. Because there's a ton of stuff under the TalkGirlLives tattoo hashtag. Only 3 of which need to be a tattoo.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. Show this.
Okay.
There you go. So these are all people who've gotten some manner of my artwork tattooed on them. The first one is the first person there. You got both my gorilla and the tiger tattooed on their leg. Pretty nuts.
That tiger, it does make a great tattoo.
Click on it, B. Make it. If you can bring it up. Yeah, there you go.
Irish.
Really
Yeah,
cool.
That tiger's a really good design.
Yeah, really cool. We carved that one live on the air. Both of those. We did both of those live on the air, the carvings, which is really cool.
The carvings didn't have like the star.
No.
I think that was something that was added by the
which is
artist.
cool. I like how it came out.
I like that too.
Yeah. And then
very cool.
Yeah, there you go. There's the original block of both.
Very cool.
There's a baby taco tattoo.
Baby taco.
Look at that.
Yep. He's so beautiful.
He's a swole boy.
He's a swole boy.
Yeah.
But look how beautiful he is with his little legs.
Very healthy.
A healthy boy.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, look at that.
Isn't that
Reference
cool?
Images and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, who else do we got?
There's a bunch. There's someone who got the Godzilla figure tattooed.
Oh my God,
salty.
I forgot about this.
Really
so
cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else?
Oh, there's tons. You can see, if you guys want to, you can see the guy got the Daruma on his hand. You got the Mr. Dangerbot himself. Robert Howe's got the Warhog on his arm.
Oh my God, I forgot about this.
Yes, sir. What an honor.
What an honor.
There's the man. Fucking stud, bro. A fucking American stud. So, yeah, you can always check that and see a bunch more down there as well.
Yep.
But go back to the Kickstarter. So I wanted to finish my point here.
Sure.
So we unlocked with that first stretch goal. We accomplished those things, and we unlocked gilded edges. So if you scroll down, you'll see on the left, regular pages, white.
Yep.
And on the right, now everybody's book is going to come with shiny Attack Peter orange, copyright trademark.
Fancy.
Gilded metallic paper edges. You only see that on Bibles. Bibles and Takaro the Last Dorok.
And also copies of Lord of the Rings.
Sure. lesser literature.
I have to bring it up because today's Hobbit Day. Did you
Oh,
know
I
that?
didn't know that. That's why
National
we show
Hobbit
my
Day.
legs.
Or I think it's International Hobbit Day, which is very important.
I like it. All right, so
Okay, now moving on to stretch goal 2.
stretch goal 2, the whole deal here was we wanted to unlock signed book plates. This means that I am going to sign every single copy.
Every single copy you guys are putting him to
Yes.
work.
Because people DM me like, hey, I want to get the book, but are you going to be able to
Yeah,
sign
like when
them?
am I gonna see you?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? Let's just do a thing where I sign each one if we unlock these goals. So
Right.
what did we do? We wanted 400 backers. We hit that.
Got it.
At least 110,000. We
Got
did
it.
that. Attack Peter Wikipedia page, by the way.
It's in the works, but
It's
it's
all
there.
it's been
Yeah.
submitted, and there was some back and forth with Wikipedia, like what we need and did. It's being worked on. Shout out to Mr. Raff, the archive, who's doing it along with Skybound. It's like a legit thing that's happening now.
It is very legitimate
So
now.
that's great. And then we wanted at least one person to sculpt a Takaro, sculpture out of trash, fruit, vegetables, clay, anything found objects in the house.
Pretty
And
much.
if you go to my Instagram,
It actually happened.
oh, it
guys.
happened multiple times.
Yes.
So
Hold
if
on.
you go to my, I think it's the third story. No, third story
I'm
highlight.
sorry.
Yeah. Oh, second story highlight, my love. I'm sorry.
My bad.
Go
my
back.
bad.
Yeah, my bad. What is that?
Oh my.
Oh, my, she broke the internet.
I broke it.
Not
I
in the
broke it,
good
everybody.
way.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on.
The second one.
Alright, there we
So
go.
we had our buddy Matt in the UK create a Takaro out of tape rolls, which I
love
loved.
that. That was so brilliant.
Yeah. If you go through, you'll see some other ones.
This
There's
one was so
dude, it's an apple. It's
No,
got-
that's not an apple.
What is
That's
it?
an onion.
Onion. That's
That's
even
a
better.
red onion.
And there's like a little
It's like paper clips that have been turned into tentacles.
and Zangief's head.
Zangief's
so
head,
good. And there's another
batteries
one too.
for legs.
Oh yeah.
So good.
There's another one in there, I think. Oh yes, the fruit
Yes,
collage.
Fruit collage.
I love it.
With durian fruit or jackfruit
Yeah.
for the body, it's brilliant.
Super
dude.
strong.
So good.
So we had those submitted,
Uh-huh.
and then those 4 goals being achieved unlocked the signed bookplate. Everyone's getting them. Todd McFarlane did not give us a repost, but don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's okay. We'll
what
get to him.
what
We'll
we're
get to
gonna
him.
do is we're gonna raise our rates when he wants to do
Get
his
ready
take on the
the next
Takaro
time I
figure.
see him.
Forget about it.
Um,
So now,
John R. Price says, by the way, any chance Jared can sign the bookplate as well?
ooh,
Maybe that's another stretch
maybe
goal.
that's another stretch
I mean,
goal.
we only
Yeah,
have 6 days left, but like,
yeah.
maybe it's another stretch goal.
Yeah, we'll
Who
have to
knows?
see. You
Who
never
knows?
know. But for definitely a good idea. So
Yeah.
now, stretch goal 3, we're in the middle of this, right? We're in the middle
Mm-hmm,
of this. It is our goal is to unlock a debossed cover. Now,
Which
you
is
might.
like, it's hard to see it in this image.
I'm going to explain it. So,
Yes.
for those of you who don't know, most of you might know what embossing is. Embossing is you get, if you don't know, it's like a metal.
By the way, we're missing out on some really great, like, live art.
Go to it,
because
go
you
to it,
won't
go
stop
back and
talking
forth.
about your stupid
Go,
Kickstarter.
go back and forth.
Sorry. Here you are. Hurry up. Show him.
Nice.
All right, so I've been watching because I can see what he's doing on
It
my
looks
screen.
really good.
But everyone else is missing out on this.
No, we're checking in. We're
masterpiece.
checking in.
I know, but I figured we would until you launched into explaining what debossing is.
Yes. So anyway, debossing, embossing means you add a lifted texture to certain parts of the cover. So
Yes.
like it's raised, right? But since so much of the work I do is carving in, the idea was suggested by some of the fine folks at Skybound who work on Mr. Andres Juarez, who does all the cover designs for Skybound Comics, says, dude, deboss it so it looks like it's carved in on all the black areas. So what we are going to do potentially, if we unlock this goal, is have the cover debossed. So it's like a textured, recessed area that feels like a carving itself. Such a smart idea. I hope we hit it.
I do love that idea.
In order to achieve this, like we're kind of close, okay?
We are pretty close.
In order to achieve this, the first thing we need is 475 total backers.
We're not that far from that.
What do we
We're
got
at,
right now?
I believe 468.
Let me see.
Right now.
458.
my
Okay.
bad.
So we need about 17 or so more backers at any level. You can back for $1 and you get a digital wallpaper and you get to track the rest of the campaign. We'll
And that's
email
it,
you updates.
and you're in. And digital wallpaper, let me tell you,
It's legit.
it is legit.
And you could, back at the $40 level, get yourself a copy of the book with all the perks already, by the way.
Yes.
You're already getting all those extra perks, signed book plate, gilded edges, yada, yada. You could back at the $100 level and get yourself a beautiful copy of a full-color screen print featuring the Takuro anatomy chart, which if you scroll up, you can show them that real quick. It's up, or is it lower? It's lower. Sorry, my love.
Sorry.
I'm
He's really good at screwing
lower.
me up here. Sorry.
There it is. So, yeah, you can see it there. It's the Takuro anatomy chart done in the style of all the X-ray Kaiju designs you've seen online.
Yeah. So pretty much any tier that you back is going to be helping us towards unlocking the D-Boss.
Yeah. So, and then the other goal is to hit 125,000 total funding. So we're rounding the corner on 114,000. So we're a little over 11K away with 6 days. I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
I think we can.
Because we've been climbing daily, and you guys have been killing it. You can always increase your pledge. Like if you backed at the $40 level to get the book, but now you say, man, I really want that screen print. You can still change your pledge.
Yeah, or if you want the figure, like maybe you're seeing it now and you're like, oh my God, this is the only time I can get this colorway. I maybe need to, go in on the figure. In which case it's $250 and you can pledge, you can increase your pledge, or you can pledge starting at that tier. And by the way, they're not going to charge you until I believe it's almost 2 weeks after the Kickstarter.
Yeah, if I'm not.
So like it's you're making a pledge, but they're not going to charge you now. So you have some time left. If you're still saving up a little bit extra cash for it, you have that time.
Absolutely. And so the other goals we already have some traction on.
We do.
Yes. The 10 Takuro fan art submissions.
Those are coming in.
Yes. So if you go back to my Instagram, you can see the newest story highlight I've posted. People have already started sending me.
Is this one right here?
Click it. So there's a couple of things we're asking for, and you'll see highlighted here. There's 10 Takuro fan art submissions and 10 pictures. This is easy. 10 pictures total of your Attack Peter Godzilla figure in your home, office, wherever you keep them, right? So if we get 10 photos tagging me at Attack Peter, hashtag Takuro Lives, of just your Godzilla figure,
oh my God,
we crossed one of the goals.
So good, dude.
Yes. So we've already, let's see how many we have so far. Let's count.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I think we're counting from here, correct?
Yes. So that's
So
in
this is
terms of
one.
fan art, that's one.
Oh no, it says 4 down.
That was at that point.
This is fan art, or
no? That's a picture of the figure.
oh, okay.
This is part one of some very special fan art by the son of one of our biggest supporters, Mr. Matthew from the UK. Matthew's Framing. Great framer, does some beautiful work.
Yeah.
And this is his son sketching a baby Takuro. There's more to this. Check it out. You'll see in a second. Here is a video posted by The Toys That Made Us on Netflix. They did a video that shows the Ninja Turtles on stage as the Ramones, but in the audience, if you watch the whole video, is the Godzilla figure.
Right, yeah, Godzilla's in the audience watching the turtles.
Yes, so that's great.
It's so good.
So that's 2 for the Godzilla figure. For the fan art now, this is the second one. This is done by Mr. Adam Vorlacek, the creator of the Takuro Olive Jar.
Olives.
And this is Takuro taking a bath. You can see the tentacle and his empty shell right in front of the tub.
Took his little suit off.
Yes.
It's so good.
And so keep going. This is done by Nim Studios. So this is Takuro versus Agent Jupiter, I believe. So really cool. If you click on it, you can see it in better detail on Instagram. Really nice stuff. This is by our friend Terry Eaton in the UK. It's Takuro versus Ibira, the giant lobster kaiju that fights Godzilla and Son of Godzilla. Yep. Or no, in Ibira Monster, the Heart of the Deep. Excuse me.
Oh boy.
This is one by Jared. This is one by Jared. I love it.
This one broke me when I saw it because it's so good and so bad at the exact same time.
No, I think it's so good and simple and cute.
It's
perfect.
I
love it. I love it. It's so quirky.
I think he drew it with a crayon.
Yeah.
I think it's a crayon.
I love it. He did that while we were talking to Sean Mack on the Instagram Live. All right,
That's
so then what else we got? And then we have this one by Raph.
Really strong, Raph.
Yeah, Raph did his take. So, and then I think, is that the last one in there for now?
That's the last one.
Check. Click again just in case.
No,
that's it. Okay, so let's count. Go backwards and count now.
Well,
how many? That's
I
one.
think we're at
2,
2, 3,
3, 4, 5, 6.
6. So we have 4 left.
4 more people need to submit Takuro fan art. And check my stories on Instagram. You'll always see more updates of that.
Okay.
So once we get 4 more people to submit any Takuro fan art, I think there might be more that I haven't put in the highlight yet, to be honest with you. So I'll check.
That's very possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, make some Takuro fan art. Tag me, hashtag Takuro Lives, and we will add it to the total. And that will cross off one of the goals. And then finally, 5 people posting Takuro the Last Dorok flyers up on at your local comic book shop, bookstore, library, local bar, anywhere you can with their permission, of course. We are going to be posting that flyer up tomorrow. We're going to make a quick note to Garima right now before we forget on Teams. My love, would you do that?
Yes, I will.
So that we can host that so you guys can download it and print it out and put it up. And any picture of that will also count. So not crazy numbers required,
No.
but we just want you guys to help us out, like doing those fun things, posting them, tagging us. It helps to bring more people over to what we're doing.
Sure.
So super awesome. Let's go back to the art can because this is looking insane.
I know, it's looking so good.
Look at this.
And he's so fast.
Yes.
Like the last time I think we checked in, I think it was only shading, and now
Yeah.
there's full color.
That looks great, dude.
That's so great.
Loving it.
I
So
love that.
this is a color mock-up, right? So potentially how the color would end up looking. Can we see this now? Like if you were talking to a client now, right? And they were, they come and say, okay, this looks great. I love it. I'd like to see what it would look like. Could you then show them this on that photo of the leg? Potentially? Let's see. Probably take off the paper layer, I think, if you do it. I think you take off the paper layer and then you can, and then resize. You want to merge those two into one, so you can resize it together.
Yeah.
Watch. Click on this, insert, and then click it again. Merge down, and then turn off the paper layer. The background color. There you go, and turn on the leg. Oh, how do we do it? We're like, I don't know.
I love how both of you are trying to
Yeah.
figure out Procreate at the same time.
See if you can bring the leg up.
Oh, he's just going to back it on up.
You can. That's the beauty of
There
it.
you go.
So maybe just resize it to fit. There's a way. But either way, the point is,
You
Yeah.
can do it. You can do it.
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
do
do
it.
it.
but the point is now I was a client, I'd be able to say like, ooh, I like the colors now. Or if I had a different color I wanted to see, I could say, hey, could you try this, that, the other? And he could be able to do it. But look at that. There you go.
There it is.
There you go. That
Nice.
looks awesome.
Look at that meaty boy.
Yes.
Would that fit on your hand?
Potentially.
Like, I'm just like, no.
No, we have to remove the neck. I think we were talking about it. If
Oh.
we did that. We can mock it up.
I mean, Peter doesn't have a very
Big hands.
big
I see the thing is I kind of want to see it like nice and large on my calf better, I think, now. But let's see. That's my
Give
fist.
him a big hand.
I wish.
There you go. There you go. There it is.
Not born with large
Yeah, let's
hands.
be real here.
Me and Jim Lee.
Damn, that would take up your entire hand, though.
Yeah,
That's pretty tough.
it's possible.
It is.
I just think it would be bigger on my calf, obviously.
I mean, you
kinda
could
wanna
get it
see
bigger
all
on
that
your
design.
calf,
Yeah.
but like it's so tough on the hand.
Yeah. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. So,
What do you
yes.
guys think?
John
I should put
Belushi's-
up a poll on YouTube. And
No.
ask
They're
people.
not deciding this. They're not deciding this. I'm deciding this. So, so very exciting. Love how that came out, dude.
Man, it's so good.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
great.
That's a strong design, guys.
Yeah. So, tomorrow, I'm going to go visit Matt at Great Oak Tattoo,
Yes.
and we're going to get this
After
thing
me or before me?
before you.
Wow.
Unless you want to go first.
Wow. Well, I can. I have
So
things
then
to
why are
do.
you saying wow like some big shit over there?
Because you're trying. You're trying to
Mouth-
take my thunder.
Oh my goodness. So I'm just gonna sneak in there before and grab this guy,
That's not a bad idea.
and then we'll take some videos.
How
and
long
post
will
it.
that take, you think? For the audience, I know how long it's going to take, but for the audience, let them know.
2.5 hours. Yeah.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah.
I mean, you're taking his whole calf?
Like softball size.
So,
a little bit bigger.
That's about
yeah.
right. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
about
maybe 3 hours, no more than that.
right. Okay. That seems like a fair amount of time.
Yeah.
More than 3 hours, I'm usually tapping out.
Jason Winter says, do repost count or tagging previous posts? Absolutely. Post. If you've done Takaro artwork in the past, just post it up again and tag us and post it up on your stories, on your feed, whatever you do. Just at me and tag us, and that will totally count.
No, a more important question is, will the digital wallpapers be signed and numbered and graded by the CGC?
Yeah. Don't hold your breath. Calico Chris Tattoo says, do the hand, don't be a wiener. I'm thinking about it. Come down over here. What do you want?
That's a tattoo artist speaking, apparently, and you're not allowed to weigh in there. That's rude.
Yeah, and when James says, what, Peter doesn't want to be bold and get it done on his head?
The thing is, or on your
neck.
head.
No.
I read hand.
No.
That's a little too tough for Pocket
Yeah.
Peter, I think.
Let's go. I want to take some time now that we
Yes.
talked about the Kickstarter. You guys heard all about it. Please
Right.
check out theattackpeter.com.
Yes, please.
And go support. Let's go to Matt's Instagram, and I want to talk about his stuff with him. We go scroll through things and just ask him questions about it.
Yeah,
Is that cool?
that sounds
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, bring it up.
I don't know if it's fun for him, but it's fun for us.
Well, he doesn't have a choice. Man.
All right, hold on.
It does look
There
good.
you
man.
go. Yeah.
All right, so back to your Instagram, sir. We're over here.
Yes.
And I
yes.
love following him and seeing what he posts just as much as I love following any toy company or any art, production company. I just like seeing what's new. Recently, right before you posted my Beastman, if you go to the second post, my love,
Yeah.
you're going to have to DJ this. Click on that video. This is so good. Talk about this piece, dude, because what makes this different from any other piece you do?
Well, this is a good client of mine, longtime client, and he's at a point in his tattoo career where he loves what I do. He trusts me. He comes in and is just draw something weird. He's super into monsters. He's super into horror, sci-fi. Has a lot of H.P. Lovecraft inspired tattoos. So he came in and he said, just draw whatever you want. I want my hand done. And so this particular tattoo was drawn on. This was in a pre-drawn stencil. I drew it right on his hand.
That's super. Wait, elaborate on that, because I think that can be lost on people who don't know that that's a possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility, and I think it depends on your artist's comfortability, right?
Yeah.
It depends on how they feel like it's something they can do or they want to do. I find that when I draw things on, I often do things that I wouldn't do if I was sitting home and designing. Sometimes my decisions are based on the fact that I'm actually drawing on something that's three-dimensional too, right? If I'm on my iPad or I'm at home, I'm always sketching, even from a picture of your leg, right? But when I'm actually drawing on the skin, I might take other things into consideration. Often, the color in this tattoo in particular, I was pulling from colors of tattoos that were farther up his arm, right? So maybe this alien weird thing doesn't fit with the other styles of tattoos he has, but when you see it all together, your eyes see the colors pulling down his arm, and then it actually blends in. It matches with some pre-existing or older tattoos. So that's something that I try to take into consideration,
Yeah. I have questions about this as an artist, because I've seen some tattoo artists do this where they draw with marker right on the skin and then they do the tattoo. So here are my uninformed artist questions. So I always see multiple marker layers. Are these markers special in any way?
No.
Okay. So I see there's a green layer, the rough sketch, and then the darker layers, the more refined marks. Can you tattoo right over the marker?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it tends to wipe off quicker than a stencil.
That's what I was going to ask you.
It does. So you have to know exactly what you want out of your marker line, your line work. For me, I try to be as exact as I can with that upper layer, that darker layer, and I know I'm pulling those lines, and I know I'm working from the bottom up, right? If I'm working my design from the top down, those lines are all going to be gone before I finish lining my tattoo.
Yep.
So I approach things from very, try to simple, clean, when I draw on, sometimes my designs I feel like are maybe a little bit more simple because of that. I'm not trying to get hyper detail or do realism.
I love it. When I saw you post this one, it definitely felt it still felt like your work, obviously, but it felt there was something different to it. And now that you're explaining that, it makes perfect sense. So, okay, so exit out of this one, B, for a second.
You got it?
Yeah. Okay, so you are super known and people seek you out for your kaiju stuff. Hands down, am I right? And so you got so much good kaiju related stuff. I want to go through them and geek out a little bit on this. So right off the bat, the third one there with Hedora in the car, this is so good. Talk to me about this one a little bit. Anything that comes to mind.
There's actually a lot behind this initial design. If you go way farther down on my Instagram, there's I think it's on there. There's a Hedora and a Lamborghini.
Okay.
And
is it like a flash sheet? Is that what I'm looking for?
I don't even know if you'd.
Well,
it's farther down.
Yeah.
But it came from this idea of a Hedora. I was asked to do a tattoo.
This is good.
Yeah, but go back to the one that we're talking about.
Okay.
The long story is I was asked to do a tattoo of Hedora wearing the outfit from Dumb and Dumber, right? In a top hat with the orange tuxedo. And I did it. At the time I was doing that for a client, and I love the movie Dumb and Dumber, I was like, what if I did him in the Lamborghini also? Because when they rent the, they buy the Lamborghini with their IOUs, right? And so I had a friend come in, and she saw that, and she said, my dad always had a Firebird Trans Am growing up. Could you do this in that car? 70s style, like, painted hood, everything. And I was like, sure. When I sat down to draw it, I was like, shit, Yeah. And it's like, how I can do it, but how am I going to make this a tattoo? How am I going to make this a traditional tattoo? How's it going to read? How's it going to look? What color am I going to use for Hedora? Like, all those processes before I even sit down to draw, my brain's already thinking, how am I going to execute this? How is this going to look? What colors am I going to use? Sometimes I don't decide that until I'm actually in the skin. Sometimes I leave it to chance, I say, let's see how the card turns out. And then that might dictate how I'm going to pull colors or what colors I'm going to do.
Yeah. It came out great. It looks like a toy I want to play with, like, and pull it back and let it go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, scroll down some more. There's some good stuff there. I think one of the, if you scroll on, go slow, but let's go through a few of them there. Just keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. There's so much good stuff. Keep going. Just keep going. Oh, look at this Alien Metron right there on the top left. I love Alien Metron. I don't think I've ever seen an Alien Metron tattoo, period. And there might be one. I don't think I've ever seen it. But this one, man, it looks so dimensional because of the way you split it in half and how there's like all the bold outline on the exterior and it's not as heavy on black on the inside. Like, can you talk about like the effect there? How do you create that effect?
Yeah, I mean, for me, visually, the idea is I want the inside to look soft, right? I want it to look mush. But the problem is, how do you get that separation if you're not using black line or you're not using heavy shading? How do you get that contrast? And so for me, sometimes it's alternating textures, visual textures, and sometimes it's alternating colors, a warm and then a blue color and then skin tone or a white highlight and then bouncing back. When you alternate those layers and visually, they're going to start separating, It's on a really small level. It's on a really tiny level. But then you have that yellow towards that front where he's kind of ripping apart. And that kind of keeps the contrast. It keeps everything inside. It's holding that all in there,
It looks so good. I was so impressed with this one. Keep going.
Is that what he looks like in the show, by the way?
He's not split open in the show.
Oh.
No, that tattoo was a walk-in.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
No way.
Yeah, that wasn't a pre-drawn design. He was somebody had canceled for my day. And that's a good client of mine. He said, I'll take this open spot at an opening. And I said, what do you want to do? And he said, I don't have any ideas. But he said, he has a bunch of kaiju. And he said, what about, he just threw that design at me. Yeah. He just said, what about this idea? And he said, I don't even know if you can do it. I said, let's do it. And I drew it there on the spot and tattooed it.
I love it. I absolutely love this. Let's keep going.
That's a great.
Yeah, so let's get some Godzilla stuff too, because
You want to do this one?
no, I actually want to scroll down a little bit more. Go. Oh, look at the Biollante on the skateboard right there. This is a great one. So Biollante, like a lot of people's favorite villain of all the Godzilla movies. But talk about this one a little bit too.
But I mean, Biollante is a design nightmare for a tattoo. I mean, Biollante typically has, you know, four head arms aside from herself, her crocodile mouth, and then vines everywhere and a ball in her belly. I mean, she just has a million gazillion things going on. And this was completely the client's idea. The client asked me to do a Biollante tattoo, riding a skateboard, 90s style, and like that was all she gave me. And she's just like, I know you can do it.
I just noticed the Hedorah eye on the skateboard.
Yeah, there's a Hedorah eye on the bottom of the skateboard. You know, because I'm always trying to get them in there. I'm squeak them in there. And you know, again, it was a design nightmare, but it was like, okay, you know, have the main body be the whole ball of the piece. The skateboard is basically an accent. You know, if you look through this real quick, you can see each step. I took a picture of each step, so you can see each stage of, you know, sometimes I do that in my reel, so you can see the progression of how I get from one point to another.
Yeah, like right now is the stencil.
Right, stencil.
The
Outline.
Line
Work. Shading. Right. Color.
Nice. I love it, man. It's such a fun design. It reminds me of 90s toys. Like when we were kids, like every toy line was like Weird Monster on like strange skateboard activity, neon. Yeah, okay. Go down more. There's so much. James Winnett says more Matt talks, the more I think I should sell everything so I can get a tattoo done. Sell some things and get it done. You know, it's worth it. All right, scroll down a little bit more. There's so much good ones. I encourage you guys to go and check it out, but keep going. There's some more I wanted to stop on. Scroll down. And Matt, if you want to highlight one, tell me too. Okay, that one is one of my favorite. The tank, the battleship, the Yamaton. That's what it is, dude. This is such a freaking. I was literally jealous of this tattoo. Literally jealous of it.
This was completely a fluke.
I love the colors on it.
I was out in San Francisco at Tattoo City with Doug Hardy. I was doing a guest spot out there.
For people who don't know who Doug Hardy is,
he's Ed Hardy's son, right? And he runs Tattoo City.
And a big Kaiju fan.
Huge Kaiju fan. Produced his own toy, paints toys. I mean, he's just all in. He loves it. It's his passion. That's how we've become good friends. So when I went out there, I was going through his toy collection. He had the Sofubi of this exact figure.
I want it.
And I woke up early one morning. I couldn't sleep, and I just drew a piece of flash from it. And this kid came in to fill a spot, and he said, "I want that." That's what he picked. He didn't even know what it was.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. He said, "This thing is so cool."
Yeah.
You know, like this is what I want, and that's what we did. Yeah. You know, and it's that tattoo's legendary.
Yeah, no, it's so good, man. Did you get like great feedback on that? I bet you did.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, keep going, my love. There's so many good ones. We could do this all night, but we'll have to like just pick some, and then you guys gotta go look at the rest.
I did 80 Kaiju tattoos this year.
Oh my god, 80 Kaiju tattoos.
And the year isn't even over.
Yeah, keep going. The Hedorah eye is a classic. The flying Hedorah is a classic.
I love this one.
Oh, I love it. Keep going down. There's some other ones that I really like. Yeah, the LL Cool J. You know, there's the Street Fighter, the one he did recently, looks great.
I haven't seen this one.
Yeah, look at that. Because this is like a piece. Sleeve
and they wanted
on, right?
you to jam it in behind another tattoo.
Those are his too. He did Rocksteady, Bebop.
Oh,
and now he's moving to Street Fighter.
That's pretty
so
cool.
Is like doing all his fandoms.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
I love how you've been working that in. But here, like, go down. Here is a piece of like. Okay, wait, stop there. That little piece of flash right there.
Which one? Oh, this one.
Yeah, like the Lucky Cat Godzilla.
Love that.
So here's an example, right? Someone could see this and they go, "I want that."
Yeah.
Right, and nobody has this yet. You haven't done this one yet.
I have not done it.
So you know they could take the Burning Godzilla Lucky Cat, and you see it on your Instagram. And go, I gotta have that one. They could hit you. What do you do? Like, they DM you.
Yeah, message me.
Message him, and tell him I want to get that. And you guys work out the dates, and you guys work out the corners. They fly out to Pittsburgh. How many people fly or travel to see you and get tattooed? You know, like I know that you're at a point now where you're not just getting locals only.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Right now I'd say about a third of my clients are flying out or traveling or driving.
What an honor.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't believe that people do it, and they do it. For me, it's, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I finally feel like I'm at a point in my career where I'm in love with what I'm doing. Other people are in love with what I'm doing, and I'm being acknowledged for it. And a lot of that is by people traveling. I've had people travel to me from LA, from Portland.
Wow.
People drive from Kentucky, North Carolina. I get a lot of people from New York. I'm about 6 hours from New York City. A lot of people from there in New Jersey. So I have a good amount of clients that travel. I've had similar clients travel multiple times.
Repeat business.
Repeat business, and they say, they see the love I have in my work. They acknowledge how much I'm really into kaiju, and I really love it. And often that's why they come to me for what I do, and that's an amazing thing.
All right, yeah. Scroll down a little bit more. I want to show them some other ones.
I think you can see the respect that you have for the kaiju too. That's like really important. I think when you're a fan is that you're doing it justice.
And it's not that you've only do kaiju stuff. Clearly, we just saw the Street Fighter. Here's a Bebop and Rocksteady, but that's what you prefer to do.
Oh, look at the alien.
The Xenomorph's great.
Come on,
dude, that's a great one. That's a great design. No one's gotten that one yet? That's a strong one. B, there you go.
No, not me.
No, I'm kidding. Scroll down.
Put a witch hat on.
Yeah,
they're perfect.
I love the little kappa. The kappa's so good, dude.
So good.
The tattoo over there is Bride of Frankenstein Hedorah.
Oh, go back. I don't see it. Oh, that's good.
It was like, what do kaiju dress up as for Halloween? Like,
yeah.
what if we took a kaiju and dressed the kaiju up for Halloween or something?
So
Yeah,
good.
Hedorah would be Bride of Frankenstein.
This was totally the client's idea. This was not my idea at all.
I love it.
I love that.
All right, go back.
That's strong.
Yeah, I love that kappa. Oh, so this Anguirus head is one of my favorites that you've done. I just love the big head.
Yeah.
It's like super simple in terms of the line work. It's just what you need, no more. Like texture-wise, 3 bumps and you get it. A little bit of the shading where you would put it, and then the color just brings it home. Like, dude, that to me is a perfect tattoo.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite tattoos of all time, and it's on a good buddy of mine. And
why does this one become a favorite of yours? Like for me, I know why it is for me, but why for you?
There's a lot. Personally, there's a lot I'm trying to achieve anytime I tattoo, and I'm really obsessed about color work, where I lay my color. I'm really big into using skin tone highlights, not dropping white highlights, but using skin tone highlights and creating color to generate that contrast instead of just black. It's easy to generate the contrast with just black, but I want to create that contrast with color and still have the color be bright, still have it visually, pop off the skin. And in this particular tattoo, I feel like at that particular moment, I just perfected it. In that tattoo, I got exactly what I wanted out of everything that I did in that tattoo, flawlessly.
Dude, I would love to steal this color palette for the storyboard head. Can we do it? Yeah. I love that. Right, B?
I love that.
And my mom is watching. She wants me to get more tattoos. So she's so excited about this. Mom, where should I put this? My neck?
Definitely
my
your
hand neck. Or right across my face?
Absolutely.
On my forehead.
The head. Right across
there.
the
yes.
temple. Yeah.
My mom always said, I don't want to talk to you until you get your head tattooed. My mom, when I was 14, she's like, don't be a pussy.
Bring it, bitch.
Tattoo your head, you soft, fat little boy. That's what she told me. And she smacked me around. She's like, you see where I smacked you? That's where you need to be tattooed. And it was on the head.
Yeah,
it was on the head. So my mom is fully tattooed.
Yeah, fully tatted, yadded.
Neck to toes. She doesn't do her face because she's a professional. She's a teacher, and she wants to be able to like focus and have people focus on what she's saying, not how she looks.
Oh my God,
but neck so down to toes, fully tattooed. Mom, Salma Bustamante. Yeah. This is great. You know what?
I love this.
Okay, so let me ask you this: this is just a reference to the toy? But the other day I was watching Poltergeist. And this little telephone, it's in there, and it's creepy as fuck. And I was wondering, that was had nothing to do with it. It was a coincidence, right? Right? Yeah, no one asked. I'm saying
No.
no one asked you for
No.
poltergeist stuff. Yeah, yeah.
The person did not like
Yeah.
come up with that. They were
Right.
not like because poltergeist.
Yeah, yeah, I love it.
No.
No, it's great. Oh, look at this guy again. This is also a perfect tattoo in my opinion. Like it's like, okay, this tattoo. Let me tell you what I feel about this tattoo.
Sure.
This is like I feel like you get a toy and a tattoo at once. If it's like I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like you get it just feels like you can grab it and you have it there. It's perfect, dude. It's perfect. And I just love that you fit the whole figure. It's pure Gigan. There's no question. And again, it still has like your style and your take on it. I love it, man. I would be so stoked on that one.
Yeah, love Gigan.
Yeah. The cool yin yang with the Mechagodzilla.
Oh, that's just
that's
cool.
great.
That's a great design.
This is phenomenal.
Jan Fitzy wants to know, how does this work with difficult body parts like ears and elbows in terms of planning out a tattoo digitally?
Ears.
Have you ever tattooed an ear?
Ears.
No.
No.
No, I'm not putting a kaiju on it here.
No. You could do it.
You gotta draw the line somewhere.
Wait.
Wait.
You say that. Hedora tadpole.
Sure.
Done.
Okay.
No. Gabby's gonna get it.
Do it. No, my ears are.
Gabby has
already
2 head
done.
tattoos. You know that? I'm not even kidding.
Tattoos.
Yeah, show them, B.
No, I'm not gonna show them right now.
She has her head tattoo right behind her ear on both sides.
Wow.
Yeah,
hardcore.
really hardcore.
That's what happened. They rattled her brain so hard.
That was
and
like
now
my
she's mounting
first
off over
tattoos
there.
ever. I was like,
It's like bzzz.
the easiest part of my body, please.
And they're covered up. Like in other words, she got 2 tattoos, then she got 2 cover-ups, and they look even better now.
Oh well, yeah,
But-
'cause the
She's
first
still
2 were.
adding.
So technically, she has
The
4
first
head
2 were
tattoos.
so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't so bad. They were just very faded by the time, Anyway.
So
Whatever.
I love this design too. I feel like this could be a shirt design too. It's just such a
Yeah.
good image. Could be
That's a really good one.
all right, let's go through them. We're just geeking out. You don't mind, right?
No.
Now, here's a burning Godzilla. Is fantastic, right in the middle there.
Oh,
B.
you have this guy, don't you?
Well, we have 8.
You have the
burning Godzilla.
statue.
The figure's right over here.
You have
yeah.
the sticker of this.
Oh, and this, we have a sticker of this on
It's
the.
like done from my sticker. You said
Yes.
The same as your sticker.
Look at that.
The burning
Damn, on
Godzilla.
a forearm? That's,
that's tough.
tough.
Yeah, it's.
I love that.
Guy that has Gigan has this. Same guy.
Oh, no kidding.
Mhm.
The same arm or 2 different?
Same arm. The Gigan's right behind it.
Jeez.
Damn.
He's a heavy hitter.
Yo,
Okay.
that
Look
orange
how good
and
it is.
yellow is
I just love-
so good.
Yeah, I just love his stocky little demeanor too. That's my favorite part, honestly. Like all the technique aside, I love how you design them. There's like a look to the design that feels like chunky, like little stocky guy. They're like little tough designs, and it is an interpretation. It's not literal copy of the character. I love it. Beautiful. Yep. All right, let's keep
Where are we
going. Let's just keep looking around. Fuck
Okay,
it.
you got it.
Look at that one. The head right there.
one?
Yeah.
This
this
was
is
healed,
great.
right? Or
Yeah.
is that fresh?
That's probably fresh.
It's fresh, yeah.
That's great. So yeah, great stuff, man. Like so stoked. I would be. I am honored to have one of your tattoos on me. There's the original design he did with the Safubi color style. Looks great. And but yeah, you keep scrolling, B, while we talk. But
You got it.
dude, I would be so proud if I was you to have this portfolio, and I know you are. And even more stoked that people are flying across the country and traveling. And I know you've told me like. It's like the last year has really popped off, right?
Yeah, totally.
Can you, like talk about like this past year, like the biggest changes generally? You don't have to go into detail, but like what you could say, because we've talked about it. Like it's the people traveling, it's the honing in on the.
Yeah, I mean, I've been tattooing for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been a good tattoo artist for a long time, and I think for a lot of tattoo artists, you chase the money, right?
Yeah.
Like you do what a client comes in.
Click on the ice cream.
The client comes in and asks you to do something, and that's what you do. And it's I think for a lot of tattoo artists, it's hard to make that leap into this is what I want to do, and that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
I've seen it backfire on people. I've seen it take people a really long time, and sometimes this day and age it happens really quick with the internet. It happens really quick. I don't think without Instagram, without people seeing my stuff on a bigger scale, I don't know that I could have actually pulled off what I'm doing now, what I'm making my career into now,
Yeah.
and I feel really blessed. I feel really lucky to do what I'm doing, and I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I think it comes across. I think my clients see it. I think people around me see it. Obviously, other people even outside the tattoo world, you found me before a lot of people even knew who I was.
I don't remember how I did either.
I think it was literally when I posted my first Godzilla Flash. Honestly, I mean, it was.
I was
very
probably
early on.
yeah.
Very
I was
early
I was probably literally searching the hashtag Godzilla tattoo,
Sure.
and there's a lot of, by the way, there's a lot of not so great stuff out there.
Call him out, B. Call him
I'm not gonna call anybody by name, but I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is that when something good popped out, like look, we love Kiku Punk. He's a great kaiju tattoo artist. I knew of his work, and his stuff is very stylized too. So I think he serves like a specific audience of people who want his take on the characters. But what I loved about yours is yours was still stylized, but it was very clearly like you could go to Matt and say, no, I want the 62 suit. Or I want the Heisei, not the Showa. And I think if you're like a hardcore kaiju figure collector and all that stuff, that's a great perk because it's like collecting the figures but as tattoos in a way. So I'm so impressed. I'm so proud of all the work you've done, and I love calling you a friend, and I love being able to track all the work that you do. And I'm so excited that so many people are already celebrating your work and going to get tattooed and flying in. It's so exciting. Can't talk about everything, but I know we've talked behind the scenes about some very exciting stuff going on. And coincidentally, I just happen to love this piece of art on the screen. If you can go to it, it's one of my favorite funny tattoo styles, designs you've done. It's very clever. It's Hedora. Hedora's kind of used like branding now. Like he's like just this, right? Like you could just take him and put him in anything. But using him in the ice cream sundae is so good.
I know, it's so smart.
And this really like it's one of those things where like, how has no one thought of this before? Because people use Hedora in everything. But how has no one thought of this? But it's perfect. So I love that. But dude, I'm so stoked. Thank you for coming and hanging and doing the show. Thank you for all the great work. Thank you for my new tattoo. And thank you for designing it. Guys, if you're not yet doing it, please go to at Octeel Tattoo. Well, we can put the little link in the chat, can't we, my love?
I shall.
And just click on it, click follow, send him like a bunch of his posts, put a comment saying that you saw him here on the show, and make plans to go visit him, especially if you're in that area where it's easy to get from state to state, right? Up northeast, go get a tattoo, go hang with them, go say what's up. Anything else you want to say before we peace out?
No, I mean, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be with you guys, and and I love that people are interested in what I'm doing. I love that different communities I'm part of, the toy community and the Godzilla community. I have a lot of newer clients that aren't tattoo people per se. They're they're like us. They're nerds about this stuff, but they want tattoos of the stuff that they love, and that's what a lot of my clients are right now. And I really love it. I really respect that.
Yeah, you make it. You're very approachable, and like they know that you know this shit. So that's why I tell them all the time, like you're the guy of the kaiju fandom community. Like they want to get tattooed by you. When I posted it, people were DMing me like, "Oh shit, when are you getting Octeel?" And "Oh shit, look, oh." Like it was a lot of comments on that, so that's exciting. But guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Nice chill stream talking to Matt. You saw the tattoo he did on me yesterday. We're going to do something tomorrow, but we'll talk more about this week.
Yes.
Sunday, an unusual day to do a stream. We are going to be live on Instagram, probably for many hours off and on, depending on what the Kickstarter is doing at that moment. We're going to set a little interim goal and say, if we hit blank, we will do blank.
Yes.
And so we would love
It'll be very fun.
Yeah, so if you're not yet, I know most of you are probably following me on Instagram at AttackPeter. Of course now you're following Matt at Octeel Tattoo. Yep. And follow Gabby because we can have a multicam experience at Double Trouble. I don't even know how you spell that.
DBLTREBLE.
There you go. Double Treble.
Double treble.
And so follow all of us there. And Sunday should be fun. We'll talk more about that. But
For sure.
Exciting. Matt, Octeel, thank you. Once again, round of applause from the studio audience. Yes. And thank you, Freya and Fauna, for watching at home.
Yee. And don't forget to back the Kickstarter, please, if you haven't already, or if you're thinking about upgrading your pledge. Now is the time. We're running out of days, only 6 days left to go. So make sure that you're doing that. And if you can, and if you would be so kind, is to share the link, theattackpeter.com, on your socials or through text message or email, however, and help boost the message and get some more pledges in. That would be fantastic. Obviously, we have stretch goals that we're trying to unlock, so make sure you take a look at those. And yeah, we love you. Thank you so much for your support.
One more thing I'll say, even if you've already backed the Kickstarter and you've backed it like at the max crazy level and you got a commission coming, etc., there are some surprises coming. Once the Kickstarter ends.
Yes, there are.
That I cannot wait for you to see. Cannot wait.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Okay, I love you guys.
All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you Sunday.
Potentially.
No,
definitely Sunday. What we're doing will be determined by that point.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right.
I love you guys.
Bye, guys. Love you. Bye.